All right, everyone. Today we're going to look at a US Stove Company model 80576 pellet stove controller. That was defective, but I have it running now. It's out of a 6041 pellet stove, and it's a kind that has the ability to be a corn feed or corn fuel or pellet fuel. I've got it set up right now to be a pellet fuel stove. So what I have here is I'll power it up using my test fixture that I built, and we'll see a number of lights cycle on and off, such as the igniter for the element to light the pellet fuel. This light is unlabeled, but that's the stirring motor that stirs the pellet load in the box before being dumped, I imagine. The combustion blower fan. I've got the convection fan, which won't come on in this instance. We won't see it come on. And the auger motor itself. So that light will simulate the auger motor. So I'll go ahead and turn on the controller, and we'll see all of the at least three of the lights come on all at the same time here. There we go. So we have the heater element light on, telling us that the heater element is getting power. We've got the combustion blower, which means that the exhaust fan is blowing and we are generating a low pressure zone inside the furnace firebox. And we have the auger that's running. I have it set right now so that the controller is in automatic mode. I have both my draft fan and auxiliary in automatic. So if I mess with that once, I'm in automatic for the draft fan. Press it one more time and we'll see the little light here will blink on and off. Will start blinking. There we go. But that's normal. So I'll go back to automatic mode and that light will stop blinking. The same thing will happen when I go to auxiliary. If I go to auxiliary 9, the mode will start blinking. There it is. So it's functioning correctly. I've got the on light that's blinking, which is telling me that the controller is working normally, and so is the dash in the display panel itself. So again, we can see that the igniter is on for this period. We've got the convection fan, no, not the convection fan, the combustion fan, which is running, and we've got the auger, which is currently dumping a pellet load into the furnace itself. After a couple of minutes of this, we'll notice that I'll put a pause on this, but after a couple of minutes when we come back, we'll see that the auger motor will start cycling on and off, on and off, on and off. And that typically takes about 6 minutes before the controller decides that it's time for the element to be turned off and the fire can sustain the heat and sustain the operation of the furnace, and the auger will cycle on and off depending on what our preset heat range is, on and off being the speed. So I'm going to pause it for a little bit and we'll come back momentarily once the auger is cycling and the element is off. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see now, the combustion fan is still running, and so the auger has now switched over to cycling mode, a little bit on, a little bit off, a little bit on, a little bit off. And interestingly enough, my heater element is still on, but we're still not at the 6-minute mark here. So I'll come back in a few minutes after we pass the 6-minute mark, and we'll see that the heater element is off, but our combustion fan is running, and so is our auger. Alright, I'm back. We can see now that time has elapsed and the element power has been turned off to the element, so we're in power saving mode basically. But our combustion fan is still blowing and the auger is still running on its own. There it goes. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. The interesting thing here is that every once in a while the agitator will also come on. I'm not sure if I'm going to wait long enough to see that happen, but there it is, it came on. So I'll show you a couple things here. One of them is the auger delay light is off right now, and we have the auger light auger motor is still running. There it goes. So I'm going to put press on the auger delay button. Put my finger on it there, and I'll wait until the light is on next cycle. And once it comes on, I'll press it like right now, and it shuts off the light. Shuts off the motor, and the auger is not running. And you see the auger delay light is on. That will stay like that for 1 minute and then go back to automatic mode. To clear that, it's relatively simple. Press on the on switch and it'll clear the auger delay, and the auger motor is spinning again. There we go. Just wait for it to come back on. There it is. And again, we have our combustion blower running, and occasionally the stirring motor comes on. There it is. And still our igniter is off, so we're in power saving mode. The other thing I'll show you is if I go to the draft fan button, right now I'm in automatic mode. I'll skip down to 9 and you'll see the light come on a lot brighter, and I can go lower and lower and lower, and that's basically just lowering the speed of the motor. But if I go back up to a speed of 9, you can see it in the light, and then I'll go to automatic, and boom, it goes back to lower. So that's what I wanted to show everybody, that there's some simple checks I can do with my test fixture that I built up. And if you need repairs on yours, let me know. I'll be glad to talk to you about it.